What's up, Chicago Cub baseball YouTube fans, and happy Friday and happy weekend Eve, as well as a happy blessed Saturday Eve as well, guys. Now, I am ecstatic, ladies and gentlemen. I mean ecstatic. You guys gotta understand, in the past couple of days since the 2026 MLB All-Star Game, we have had very exciting news, especially when it comes to our Chicago Cubbies. So here's what I'm going to do, okay? In this episode, we are going to talk about mainly three things regarding our Chicago Cubs, okay? So let's get underway. Okay, first thing is first, guys. Let's start with today or tonight. You know what today is? It's Friday! And the Chicago Cubs are at home on a Friday. But here's the deal, guys. Usually a Chicago Cub Friday regular season home game is during the day, and tonight it actually is different because the Cubs would usually play today during the day. They're at Wrigley Field. They're in the city of Chicago, Illinois. But due to this major heat wave, MLB has pushed back the game. So, ladies and gentlemen, tonight the Chicago Cubs will begin the second half of the 2026 MLB regular season by hosting the Minnesota Twins from the AL Central. So it will be a interleague matchup this weekend at the Friendly Confines, guys. But it is a night game. Again, this is according to MLB. There is a major heat wave hitting a ton of states in the USA. And so just for, fan safety, umpire safety, and coach safety, and player safety, they're pushing it back. Now, I want to get your guys' opinion on this right away. Okay, it is very rare that we see a Chicago Cub regular season home game at night on a Friday. So I definitely do want to get your guys' input on this and your thoughts and what you think about that. And you guys definitely need to let me know down below in the comment section, guys. But the 2026 MLB All-Star break is now officially and finally over. So we begin the second half tonight, guys, and it will be game one of a 3-game interleague weekend series between the Minnesota Twins and the Chicago Cubs. And I do not have the Chicago Cubs lineup at this moment. Maybe when my mom gets home in a little bit, I will, and we can rewind and regroup then, guys. But we got to move on now. Okay, guys, so let's regroup with some breaking news out of, MLB. This is not really Chicago Cub breaking news. This is really breaking news out of MLB. Ladies and gentlemen, earlier in the week, it may have been, I forgot when it was, but it was earlier in the week, MLB announced the 2027 MLB regular season schedule for all 30 teams. And in just 251 days from today, or 251 days from tonight, it will be opening day for MLB in 2027, and it will just be in 251 days that the Chicago Cubs also have the 2027 Wrigley Field home opener against none other than none other than the Cleveland Guardians. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2027 Wrigley Field home opener will be a rematch from the 2016 MLB World Series. So the Chicago Cubs will begin the 2027 regular season against the very team they beat in 2016 when I graduated from high school and they won that World Series, guys. So really, guys, the regular season for next year for the Cleveland Guardians and the Cubs will be a rematch of the World Series, guys. What better way to kick off the 2027 Chicago Cub regular season than against none other than the team we beat to become 2016 World Series champions, guys. And I wanted to get you guys' thoughts and opinions right away on that. So please let me know down below in the comment section what you guys do think of it, guys. So just 251 days, it will be the Wrigley Field home opener in 2027, and it will be a rematch from the 2016 MLB World Series. Cleveland Guardians, Chicago Cubs at the friendly confines of Wrigley Field to begin a 3-game series, guys. So I definitely wanted to talk about that, guys, and say that to you. But we're going to take a timeout, a cause for the pause, and when we regroup, we're going to talk about the 2027 Chicago Cubs regular season schedule. So I'll be back in a little bit to resume. Okay, Chicago Cub baseball, YouTube Nation, we have the official Friday night starting on it for our Chicago Cubs and a unique night game at the friendly confines tonight, as it is game 1 of a 3-game weekend series against the Minnesota Twins. Here is your Friday night Chicago Cub lineup. Leading off in center field will be Pete Crow Armstrong. Batting second in right field, Seiya Suzuki. Batting third at first base, Michael Busch. Batting fourth at third base, Alex Bregman. Batting fifth in left field, Ian Happ, the Happ Daddy. Batting sixth in second base, Nico Horner. Batting seventh, the designated hitter, Michael Conforto. Batting eighth and catching, Carson Kelly. And batting ninth at shortstop, Dansby Swanson. And your Friday night and game 1 Chicago Cubs starter, the right-hander, Colin Ray. So guys, again, that is your Friday night Cubbies lineup. And again, a very rare night game tonight for the Chicago Cubs. I already said it. Usually every regular season home game for the Cubs is a day game, but MLB has pushed it from a day game to a night game for the obvious reasons. So yeah, guys, but I don't remember the last time we had a regular season night game at Wrigley Field. It may have been last year or the year before, but I'm like unsure on that. So, yeah, you know, because I know we had some Friday night games at Wrigley Field last year when it was postseason, but not in the regular season. And the Chicago Cubs will wear their City Connects tonight. Every Friday home game is City Connect Jersey Day or night for the Cubbies. So it'll be pretty cool, you know, and all that. A 3-game series matchup, and Colin Ray will be on the mound tonight. And my mom's phone is not organized. That's what I get on my mom's phone. She does not organize her phone. I have an organized phone, like OCD style, but yeah, okay. Well, I was hoping the MLB at better, but I want to, sorry guys, I'm like dozing off over here, but my mom's phone is not organized one little bit. Very, very, very embarrassing. So tonight, guys, it will be Colin Rea. Tomorrow for the Cubbies, it will be, tomorrow for the Cubs, it'll be Matthew Boyd, and the series finale, it will be Shota Imanaga. So that's the pitching duel for this 3-game weekend series for our Chicago Cubs. Okay, Chicago Cub Nation, that is all I have for you guys on this edition of Cubs Baseball. We're back tonight on YouTube. As always, guys, drop a like if you enjoyed. Make sure you subscribe down below if you have not done so already. And as always, go Cubs go. I will see you guys right back here in our next episode.